Hello ladies and gentlemen, MarauderEX here back with more Let's Play Trials of Mana. Alright, so we are going to go look for our first spirit, is what we are going to do. I have changed a couple of settings. I'm getting weird random frame drops, and I don't know why, because it's not like this is super graphically intensive compared to some of the other stuff that I've recorded. So, one of the things is the colors might be a little off. I did change the color field just a tad, so it might make things look a little different. This is where I lost frames the last time I tried to record, is just going in through here. Didn't do it this time, and I've literally done nothing different. So I don't know what the deal is with this. It seems to have some issues with this game. I don't know why. So hopefully it won't interfere. So we're gonna kill some guys, and going to avoid all of that, and going to do that. I was hoping to get the mushroom in on it, but nope. So, but he's dead. So we need to further explore the Cascade Caverns, is what we need to do. And anytime you leave and come back into a dungeon, a lot of things will reset, except for treasure chests. But like the little vases, those will reset. Any of the other like glowing spot items, those will not. So like those, once you get those, that's it. So like, but we can go over here, and if we wanted to get that HP, which I think I will, because Charlotte's a little hurt. Mostly because I don't think she is doing too well at dodging that axe. This guy's got an axe in his face. Yeah. The exploding bones is a carryover from the original game, and even the sound effect is from the original game, and I love it. I love how much of the original game made it into this game. It is a very different experience though, because I remember playing this, you know, multiplayer the first time, and now it is very much a single player experience, which does change extensively. Alright, so here in this waterfall, Fairy asks us to stop while she looks around, and there's a spot of the cave that we haven't been to. There's mana power coming from the waterfall. See that strange hole further up? I bet Lumina's there. Okay. So that's where we need to go. And thankfully, the game has a lot of interesting quality of life changes, because now it's like you can see where you're supposed to go on the map, as opposed to the previous games, you just kind of had to know. But being two-dimensional, there was only so much you could do previously if, you know, you were going through an area. It's like if you needed to go someplace, it was like, take a left here, take a right there. This, while mostly the same, it feels very different being in a three-dimensional environment. Oh hey! It's nighttime. Oh, that's neat. The enemies respawned because the time frame. Ah, oh, damn it. I'm asleep, so I get to be Charlotte. Which means I'm not going to get any fun modifiers for this fight. Thank you. But we got a medical herb, so that's alright. Yeah, that kind of sucked. And damn it, I'm still, I was much better at the combat of this game the first time I played it, but now I'm just kind of sucking right now. Just die, mushroom. Mushroom, mushroom. Hey, level up. And when you level up, you get your HP and MP refilled. and you get points to spend, which I probably have points that I need to spend, but that's got to be the whole fairy was talking about, right? How are we supposed to get there? It's a shame we can't fly like she can. Forgot you can't fly. I can use the residual mana power in the waterfall to get you over there. Is she just gonna float us over there? Just... I think so. Yep. Oh no, she's just gonna teleport us. Okay. That's useful. We did it! I didn't teleport you into a rock. And now this is all new territory. And hey, we get to see our first armored enemy. They will have that kind of shield effect over them. And you have to do X amount of damage. It really depends on the enemy. Some enemies have stronger shields than others. You have to do a bit of damage in order to break the shield before you'll actually start doing damage to their HP, which is a new mechanic for this game. I actually kind of wish that they had carried it over to players as well, because I could see changing a lot of abilities, especially since they have changed so many abilities in this game. Playing as Durin, I'm very conflicted as to what I want my final class to be, because one class has access to some certain spells that I think are fantastic, but they served the game much better in a multiplayer environment rather than a single-player environment. Being able to give, human allies access to, some specific buffs made for a much easier experience. Especially since getting those spells now seems to be a much more obnoxious pain in the ass this time around. So, yeah. I don't know. I'm probably going to go with the class that I typically go with, which is a class that I did the first time I played this. If you ever see something like this, I mean, for one, we can see some hands sticking up out of the ground. Obviously, that's, that's a trap. And these are zombies. But I want this treasure chest. And I want this. I don't know what these are. But I want them. And they will be mine. And there's really not anything that they can do to stop me. Alright, so we gotta go up over here. This is the up and around. It's like we gotta keep an eye out for things because of how they like to hide things. I think that hit me. If that hit me, I'm gonna be a little angry. Because I hate taking superfluous hits. Because it gets rid of my XP modifier, and I want my XP. No, well, definitely took a hit there. I really don't think that should count for your allies. Because, let's face it, your allies are stupid. And in fact, going with that, there are going to be at least 2 boss fights that I know of off the bat that I'm just going to let my allies die, and I'm not going to care what happens to them. So, just, be aware of that. Because, oh, I hide visor. I should probably also check gear and training. Alright, let's get a hide visor. Do I have anything for you? No. Oh, hey, I do have the Blessed Bracelet. Cancels out burning attacks. I kind of want to give her a little bit... Oh, no. It's equipped to Durin. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna give that to her. I would much rather her have that, especially since I've now got a piece of unique equipment. So, hey, let's get another point in strength for Durin. No. And how do I... Okay, why is it... It's not letting me do what I want it to do. And... yeah. Yay, 1 point. Oh, right. I can go up here very carefully and get this. Gotta be very careful. For $12. Because that's one of the fun things, is that will let you fall back down. You have to come all the way back up here, and the enemies have respawned. It's a thing. Yeah, alright, so. Up here is a statue, which, for those of you who are familiar with classic RPG tropes, anytime there's a save point just in the middle of a dungeon like this, guess what that means? There's a boss fight a-coming. Alright, so that save over my previous playthrough, because again, yeah, we're gonna play through this to completion, so. Yeah, this doesn't look like a boss arena at all, does it? I mean, look at the map. It's just one thing. And then there's that star thing here, meaning it's gonna change when we do this. Welcome to our first boss fight. It's a crab! It's a trap! This is not the light elemental, but he can shoot light beams out of his face. And I'm just gonna cross-cut. As you can see, you can do damage to him, and you can do damage to his... oh god. His legs. So, aiming these attacks is beneficial. His body takes more damage than his arms, but it's all like one thing. And would you stop? Oh, yeah, by the way, once he takes a certain amount of damage, his eyes will go away. This was actually an amazing boss fight on the SNES. Are you casting holy bolts? You are! Well, you know what? That's how I feel about that. And I'm just gonna... and just keep going for good measure. And you're dead. Fullmetal Hugger. Well, that's terrifying. Right? Like, I feel like that's terrifying. We gouged his eyes out. But hey, I defeated him without taking any damage. I could have swore Charlotte took some damage. But 10% on that, that's just okay. What was that? It was the Fullmetal Hugger. Looking for Lumina? That'd be me. Nice to meet you. A pleasure. And thanks for releasing me from the belly of that Fullmetal meanie. Who knows what would have happened if you hadn't come along? Fairy filled me in on your plight while you were fighting. Telepathy's great, huh? Yes, it cuts out so much needless exposition. Just like Fairy, we elementals need mana to live. I'll help however I can to make sure that we save the mana of the world. Okay. Where is the light stone? Straight up from here, deep within the old ruins, but you can't exactly get there from here. Okay. It's not safe, though. For now, at least. It's so unstable, it seems like the Benevodon could be unsealed at any minute. Oh, that's terrifying. I gotta open up a portal to the sanctuary. So now we have the access to Lumina. Huh? Looks like that part of the cave broke in the fight. I think there's a shortcut. Alright, so now that we have access to Lumina, we have access to light-based magic. If you have the points necessary to do that, which we did just get a level up, so we have some points to spend. So, yeah, I'm going to be putting strength, so we get strength 5, and then we'll get spirit and twinkle rain. So like we had enough for healing light before, but we didn't have healing light because we didn't have access to Lumina. But now we have healing light, and with an extra point we can do twinkle rain. The problem is, in the original game, I don't remember this being a thing where you had to have so many points and a certain stat in order to get certain things, and this will become much more prevalent when we get our caster, because certain elements are locked behind certain stats. So like strength is going to be where all of her fire spells are, whereas stamina are going to be where all of her earth spells are. So like you have to make them slightly more well-rounded in order to get access to the full spell library, which seems kind of a pain to me. And it's fairly similar for a couple other, like Durin is a little different because all of his magic will come from spirit, which is what I could have swore it was in the original game, is if you upgraded one stat to a certain amount, that's when you would, once you had a certain threshold in that stat, is when you would learn those abilities, once you had that element. But now it is very different, and it feels far more complex and a little convoluted, if I'm being completely honest about it. Because, like, there's absolutely no reason to need to put strength on a caster, or... I mean, really, there's no reason to need to put strength on a caster when there are far better stat options available, especially learning certain abilities. So, alright, so yeah, we can now hop down from here, and we can leave. I am gonna do some killing because I want to level up, because leveling up is required for our first class change. So you don't want to skimp out on fights, and really, being completely honest, fights are most of what this game is. This is a very faithful remake of an old-school action RPG. So the gameplay substance is mostly combat. So I'm going to be focusing on a lot of that. So yeah. And hey, she's going to teleport us again. Seems like a lot of work, especially when magic is kind of at a premium. Hey, Beastmen! And... did they not notice us just teleport across there? Oh, well. Beast Ludger is just an asshole. Just pushing people down waterfalls and whatnot. Yeah, you're a dick. It's a shame Fairy doesn't have any offensive magic. She could have... why can't she teleport him just into the middle and have him drop down too? Like, obviously, the fall would hurt him just as much as it hurt us. Because, you know, physics is a thing. Oh, hey! While we're unconscious, we get a little bit of story, it seems. Maybe? Just a very somber piano music. Oh, hey, we get to see the Tree of Mana again. And the sword. The mana tree continues to wither. A hero must be found to take the Sword of Mana and awaken our goddess. Then let us ask the Priest of Light for guidance. We must not delay any longer. Let's go. So I guess this is the beginning when the fairies originally left. Yep, that's our fairy and some of the other fairies. I cannot continue. Oh no. Oh, that's sad, because, yeah, thinking about it, it's like those other fairies probably died. Either that, or they're in another realm where... wherever the sanctuary is, but it doesn't seem like that's the case. Oh. Also, thinking of it from the first Secret of Mana game, the Mana Sword was the most powerful sword you could get. It's not even a sword that we can equip in this game. And even if it was, there would only be one character capable of using it, because there's only one swordsman. So, that seems weird to me, I guess? I don't know. Alright, so hey, we got kidnapped. Well, technically arrested, but I'm gonna go with kidnapped. So, where are we? We were in a waterfall earlier. Let me out now. And hey, it's Angela, our mage. Yeah, give us some information. This place is the Jad Stronghold, and I'm Angela. Nice to meet you. Looks like you got caught by the Beastmen. Like, okay, also, I love Angela. Angela's character design is a little boob-tastic. But I really think just doing that pose where she's leaning forward was just the animators just going like, you know what, I want to look at some boobs right now. Oh hey, the guard. I can't get these laces untied and I need to change my clothes. Oh, please come a little closer. Yes, ma'am. It's the weird dancing around that I'm just like... Oh, she just knocks him out. That's also kind of stupid. Letting a caster keep her spells, and, well, actually her staff. She probably can't stop the spells, but... It's not my fault you're a perv. Sorry to keep you waiting. Shall we go? Yes! Would you like to join us on our quest? We seek the Grail. I mean, wait. No, actually, yeah, kinda. We seek the Grail. Take the boat docked at the port and get out of here. The Beastmen forces are distracted now that they're attacking Wendell. We can catch the boat before it sets sail. Okay. She sounds like she's got a plan. I also love how these mana statues are just like, yes, heal all wounds. Angela joined the party. Which means I probably need to see what we've got on her in terms of equipment. You're stuck in there. Is there anything else over here? We can open that. And we can go in here, and there's a treasure chest. Cup of Wishes. We can talk to you. Are you offering aid in our time of need? Just drive those beastmen out. The Jad Noble's gratitude granted you a new ability. MP Boost. So that's a chain ability that we get through the story. Just, you know, speaking to people. Yeah, I got a minute, so let's see. We've got Angela, who's level 6, and she's got 6 points. So yeah, like, looking at Angela. So we don't have anything right now. She's got diamond shards. Okay, so like that's one of the earth-based spells. So yeah, you need to put stamina, your points in stamina to get that. Holy Bolt. That's really the first offensive magic spell that she'll have access to, given everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and put all 6 into Spirit. but also, like, that's 4 points that you need in order just to get that spell. And then if you want, like, the stronger spells or the AoE spells, you're gonna have to put even more. So yeah, let's equip learned ability. I'm going to do... Actually... I'll leave that, and I'll put MP boost on you. You can have more MP. Okay, so I'm going to save it, and I'll go ahead and end this episode here, because we will need to escape Jad. So I will see you all in the next installment. So till then, later, everyone.